Hey guys, Ryches here, and we've now got a new Player of the Month tournament for FIFA Mobile. The player itself looks really good, but I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to get him. Obviously there was a time when I had that Player of the Month, Bruno Fernandes, and obviously in hindsight it's worked out really beneficial for us that we didn't spend any of those points and grind for it because we ended up getting Team of the Year. But I'd definitely sit there and think, why aren't we trying to save up these coins? Let's play it, let's see how far we can get into it, and hopefully we can end up, saving up some coins here and there and benefiting our team, because once you get the points, they obviously accumulate over time. So we already had 40 from the first one. We missed the previous tournament, but by doing this, if you can get 50 or 60, you can have it enough to use for the next Player of the Month, which will be next month. So I think I don't know if I've discussed this in length beforehand, but if not, I feel like it's the same, you're doing versus attack. When you play lower teams, you'll naturally probably beat them. When you play the better teams, you'll probably lose. It's very hit and miss, really. It's just the way it is. It's much quicker, I think, than head-to-head. I think if you're a better player, I'd definitely try and do head-to-head over versus attack ones, because it doesn't matter how good you are in versus attack. If like, for example, with this guy, like, no matter what happened, his team was, 18 ranks lower than me or whatever it was. And you're not going to get that back. It doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to get that back. You're going to... Because you've got to do, counter-attack and stuff like that, whereas I'm going to be able to get, all great chances and all the best chances and stuff like that. And you're at a disadvantage regardless of who you are. And it's the same opposite way around for me against teams that are better than me. I'm naturally going to play teams that are better than me, and therefore I'm not going to stand a chance. It's just the way the game mode works. You'll have the odd occasion where, for example, a team that's a little bit lower than me might beat me, and then there's a team that's a little bit above me and I might beat them. You're going to have those games where you're going to get through them, but more often than not, especially if there's a big gap, you're going to end up losing. And you just kind of got to accept it and not get frustrated by it. There's a couple of times I came across 110, 112 rated teams, and I got absolutely annihilated. And unlike FIFA's, it was very easy for me to get annoyed, especially doing weekend league. I'd constantly get frustrated because I'd be like, I should have done better there. I should have done better. I can't believe I'd make an error, and then that error would be what I'd define myself for the next 5 or 6 games, and I'd play frustrated. Whereas for this, because obviously it's a minute and a half, and not just that, you're playing teams that are better, and therefore they'll get better chances. It doesn't really matter what you do, you're gonna end up losing regardless, and it's best to keep that out of your mind and try and keep a positive mindset. Also, by the way, it's very typical of EA when doing this to get some sort of error. I was sat here for ages and I was like, it better give me the win, it better not kick me out, because it does that quite often. It's very frustrating. But I re-logged back on, and it did give me the win despite the fact it completely froze and it had none on screen. It was very frustrating at the time. I was like, I swear to God, if I've not got a win there, it'd be very typical of any sort of FIFA game, really, to kind of shaft me really at that point. But yeah, I think doing versus attack in general is quicker. It's a quicker way to play games, and not just that. I think you're getting a better mindset. At least I personally do, because I don't get frustrated by it, because I know for a fact that the teams I'm playing, if they're better than me, they're probably going to beat me. If they're lower than me, like the one on screen, I should get enough chances to win it. And if you lose, it's completely on you. It's not on the game. If I've got 60% chances that are great, whereas he's only got 10%, if I lose, that is on me. There's no gameplay mechanic to frustrate that on. I've just not put away the really good chances that I should do. And it just allows a better mentality in these sort of things. So I think if you're someone that might be a bit prone to that, like I was, especially when I was younger, I play versus attack, get them out of the way, keep a positive mindset, and you'll be alright. If you feel that you're really good at this game, I'd definitely do the head-to-head, because you've probably got a better chance of beating better teams if you want to keep the ball, or you're really good at finding the pass, or whatever method it is that you use when playing any sort of head-to-head on this game. You might have a better chance. But for me personally, it just worked out. It works better for me in time-wise and all that sort of stuff to do this. So yeah, we started off really well as well. We started off with 3 wins, and then this one's, we're getting quite far ahead, so it's definitely going to be our 4th. And I feel that, I don't know, I suppose at the start you're always going to have these games. what tends to happen is you play 4 or 5 games. I don't know what the mechanic system of matchmaking is. I don't know if it's similar to like Foot Champs, where it used to be like you go up tiered ranking and then you could play someone within that sort of range. And I think that started to happen after about 5 games, because I started to play really better teams and I got beat like 2 or 3 times, and it's just the way that kind of works. So I'd love to actually understand how the matchmaking system actually works on this, especially for like lower rated teams, because I don't think it's fair to straight away put them against teams like mine, for example, that are quite high rated, because they're going to lose and it's going to frustrate them, because if you come in instantaneously against better teams, it's going to be frustrating. Whereas if it happens later, you'll understand for a fact that you're going to be playing the better teams. So yeah, we ended up getting to 17 wins and we ended up losing. So I felt that I've done this in the past. I used to do it on all the team and stuff like that when I used to play Foot Champs. And I was like, well, whoever it is, I don't know who it is, I'm going to go give them the win, because I don't get any benefit out of this game. I can't go up a rank, I don't get any coins, I don't get anything from it. I'd end up finishing with 18 wins instead of 17 wins, and it makes absolutely no difference. So I decided, okay, whoever this guy is, he can have the win for free. You know, if I'm playing someone high rate, low rate, it doesn't matter who it is. I'll just dribble the ball out and mess about for a minute and a half, because I want to promote that sort of... It's a really nice thing to do, in my personal opinion, for whoever it is, because they could be like needing 1 win or 2 wins, and like, oh, I'm against a team that's got a better team than me. And me just sitting there on the ball and doing nothing allows them to get a win that might have been frustrating down the line. You don't really know what situation people are in, do you? And I think it's good to, just give a win out. So, yeah, I've, passed this on over this guy as he's got a nice win. I'm going to finish with 17 wins, because 17 wins was... I tried to get to 19, obviously. When I was on 16, I needed 3 wins in a row to get to 19. But I won the first one and then lost the second, so I decided, well, whatever, whoever it is, they can have a win, that's no issue. I think these playing month tournaments are really, really interesting. I like to do them. It's a nice test of whatever team you've got. I've got some really good players now, and I'm really, really enjoying them. It's been a couple of episodes now since I changed the team, and I got Bruno Fernandes the previous episode. And it's been kind of perfect for me, because I've really, really enjoyed playing with all the players that I have. And I think that it's important for me to keep things fresh. I know I've said it multiple times in previous episodes, but by keeping it fresh, I'm enjoying it more. And obviously there's better ways to do things on this game. I could have easily kept coins, I could have been a bit more smart with here and there, especially with selling players. But for me, like, this road to glory is about getting the players that I want and enjoying the game. And I'm doing both right now. I've got a team of the year in Bruno Fernandes, I've got Ronaldo, I've got Messi, I've got Dybala, I've got some good icons in there, I've got some good players from different promotions. So yeah, 17 wins, goal 2, which is, I think, a pretty good ranking. I've noticed, I don't know, I saw this trending on Twitter, but the players I got were from a team of the week quite far back. I wonder if it's because I did this literally during like the transition to the new team of the week. So we ended up just getting quite simple ones. They'll just go straight into the club, that's no issue for me. So yeah, the player month was really good. If he fits into your team, I'd definitely get him. He's got some really good stats, but for me, it just didn't work. So yeah, that's where we finished on it. That's going to be it for me, guys. Take care.